Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new reaction video. And oh my gosh, what is the tea? What is the Darjeeling, the Lapsang Souchong, the Scalding Hot Assam, the Earl Grey? What shall I say is the tea? And the tea today is I was cancelled on TikTok. And this time, it's not clickbait. So let's get into it. But hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yes, today we're going to be talking about some drama that has happened in my life recently. Now, normally, I don't engage with this kind of stuff. I love doing hate comment videos and I will just like read out some hate comments. However, this got to a size that it started to get back to me and I could actually see some kind of like action from it. So this person today we're going to talk about, we're going to read through some of the awful comments that have been left about me, and we're also going to dissect what this person says and expose everything she said as a lie. I don't take kindly with someone lying about my name on the internet. You can say whatever you want. I love it. As my saying always goes, if you've got nothing nice to say it to me anyway and I'll put it into a video. But what I don't like is people at least getting loads of views on something and lying about me, defaming my name. Can I take legal action? Is this a thing I can pursue? I don't know. Is this defamation? We'll get into that. Today, we're going to be watching a couple videos and reading through some comments of this person who has made multiple videos about me, claiming they don't want my attention, but will not stop talking about me, of course, craving for my attention. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, hello, my name is Roly, piercing tattoo, Reddit weirdo here on the internet. Join the family. There's a QR code on screen if you want to join the thing. I do apologize. I have a bit I'm on the tail end of my convention festival flu. It's a bit lot, girls. But anyway, yes, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, and yes, let's not beat around the bush and get on with these. This mean girl. Okay, so before I get onto the actual comments themselves, we're gonna watch the main video that kind of started this new chain of events. And it's this girl talking about me on her channel.
Stop tagging Roly West in my comments. Reminder to stop tagging Roly West in the comments of my play piercing videos or any of my videos for that matter.
If it was just left there, I wouldn't really have an issue. Like, sure, if she didn't want to be tagged and people tagging me, that's absolutely fine. But it doesn't end there, does it, girls? Just block me.
For those of you who don't know, Roly West has already reacted. Well, he says it's a reaction. I see it more as incoherent streaking.
Wacky Christine on a birthday candle piercing play. Dr. Man's work here, but you have to pierce something with your own birthday cake. I'm wearing birthday cake. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Very offensive, clearly. How dare you!
Now, I can't stop people reacting to my content.
Yep.
It's fair use, it's whatever.
Now listen.
But what I do take great exception to is the fact that in the comments of that video, where he reacted to my play piercings, he was agreeing with people who compared my play piercings to self-harm.
I want to make something very clear now. That is a lie. This never happened, and I will get onto the evidence that she showed in a different video months and months and months ago when I first originally uploaded my video, but I'll make very clear that is a lie.
And in other videos, Roly has directly himself said that he likens play piercings to self-harm, basically calling my mental health into question when he has no qualifications to do so.
Again, this never happened. The level of reaching that this woman is doing to be offended by what I've done on the internet is unreal. She's popping her shoulder blade out. I never, ever once said what she was doing was SH. That never happened. I didn't allude to it. I didn't say it. And I also never commented to people being like, the girl with the candles was doing SH. That literally never happened.
Liar.
What's also funny about this video here, so this is like one of many. She didn't just make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, but she made so many videos about me, about this whole situation, that I've actually lost count. This is the most recent one. This is the screen recording I did a few days ago. I actually don't know how many views and things it has now. But like, as I said, collectively, like all of these videos that she's made about me has like 1 million views. It was like big enough that I was really starting to see some kind of like effect from it. But also, in this video that she's making now about me, she is not showing any screenshots, any evidence or anything. This whole video doesn't show a single thing that proves what she's saying is true. So of course people are taking it at face value. And in people's minds, when I listen to this, my image in my head goes, he's saying that you were SHing. He was literally saying that you were SHing. There were comments being like, oh, she was SHing, and he was going, yes, she was. Like, that's how my mind goes, because she's not showing any evidence. So it's really amping up something that just doesn't exist and just making this narrative. And also saying I liken piercing play to SH, which again, I have never said in any way, shape or form that piercing play is SH. Yes, There is a crossover, and sometimes things go too far, and that can be a thing. When people are at home shoving loads of needles in themselves, that can considered to be a form of SH in some cases when it's done awfully in an unprofessional environment, which is so funny that she wants to talk about this when she says the exact same thing as me.
But let's get to the main issue. Can piercings be self-harm? Yes. Both traditional piercings and play piercings could be a form of self-harm, but they are not automatically that.
So we have the same opinion. We literally have the same opinion of piercing play and SH. We have the same opinion. But if I ever allude to that, it's shocking, but she's allowed to say it. Please tell me where the logic is in that.
Honey, there is none.
And I'm not taking that out of context. Like, she goes onto this video and talks about SH and her struggle with SH, and that's awful. And I'm so sorry that you've gone through that. She's shown you a bit of the video of what happened, of me singing happy birthday. I wasn't rude. I didn't attack her as a person. I didn't say a single negative thing about her.
So when people do tag him in my comments, I will usually reply to them and say, please don't do that. We don't really like him around here. He's already reacted to one and he doesn't need to do it again. We know how he feels about play piercings. It's not necessary for him to shriek anymore at my piercings.
Again, one video. She's been in one video shrieking at her piercings. I wasn't shrieking at her piercings. It's so funny as well that she's now got an issue with me singing a happy birthday, because the first time she reacted to my video, she said this.
An interpretive dance based on my play piercing? Love it. And one person told me that I was crazy and sad for beefing about a content creator and that it wasn't that deep.
Well, again, it wasn't deep. It's really not deep. Me singing happy birthday and saying wacky Christina and a birthday count of piercings is not deep.
An interpretive dance based on my play piercing? Love it. There are many activities that people partake in that you might not like, but you don't get to tell them that they're self-harm.
Again, I never said that she was S. So what we actually see now is when I show some other videos, she actually showed comments that apparently proved me. I will get onto that, but because she's not showing anything here, the narrative of what's happened is really shifted from the very beginning. It's now shifted. So this video is really implying that I just come on the internet and said, this girl was doing SH, she was doing this, this is disgusting, what was she doing? Like, she's really shifted the narrative over time to make it feel like I've done this really horrific thing to her when I haven't done anything, which is why I feel like this could potentially actually fall into defamation. It's completely twisted and like really manipulating people into thinking that I have literally just sat there and gone, she is mentally unwell, she was doing SH. But this is how she's presenting it to everyone.
When they're just partaking in an activity that you wouldn't do yourself.
Well, can we actually say one thing? If we actually want to talk about that though, what she was doing was actually quite dangerous. Like, she had birthday candles all over her arm, like loads, and she set herself on fire. Like, that is actually quite dangerous. What you were doing was dangerous.
Picking all of that birthday candle wax off of my arm hairs may have been as bad as the piercing itself.
A free waxing session. But I never said that you were SHing, because I actually didn't think you were.
If that were the case, I would be making endless videos about how everybody who had a child is self-harming, or how everybody who listened to the Red Hot Chili Peppers is self-harming.
See, this is what I mean. If you're going to start doing stupid comparisons like that, it just shows that it isn't really that deep. If this was seriously something that you thought was quite intense, you wouldn't make silly, even if it's a joke, you wouldn't make silly comparisons like that. If you were really that serious about this, saying things like go and see the Red Hot Chili Peppers, it's SH, like the fact that you're making those comparisons, even as a joke, if this really was something really serious to you, you just wouldn't do that.
A lot of people within the piercing industry have a problem with Roly West and how he reacts.
I always find it funny when people say things like that, because she tries to make it sound as if like everyone hates me. I have so many followers, subscribers, who are also in the tattoo, piercing, modders community, who also love what I do. This sort of like, again, it's a manipulation tactic to make it feel like people really despise me in the community, which isn't true.
It's nice to have friends.
It's one thing when you're reacting to somebody piercing themselves with unsafe equipment in an unsanitary environment, but when you're putting that same reaction to somebody who is taking part in a play piercing in a studio using the correct sterile equipment in a controlled environment with a professional piercer present, I can't get on board with that.
Again, please show me where I reacted to you the same way that I react to people using a piercing gun on their tongue, for example. I literally sung you happy birthday.
How dare you speak to mummy like that?
Where was the same reaction that I had to you? The same as everything else. All I did was went, happy birthday to you. She showed it in the video, and I said wacky Christina and her birthday candle piercings. That's not the same reaction to me going, that is disgusting, why are you piercing your tongue with a gun, you moron? That is not the same thing. The fact that again, this is what I mean. Because she's not showing anything really. Well, she showed the happy birthday thing, because because she's not really showing anything, it's creating an image in people's minds that I sat there and went, what the hell is she doing? That's stupid, she's disgusting, she's SHing. Like she's really trying to manipulate people into thinking that it's something that it isn't.
I didn't even really watch Roly before he reacted to my play piercings because if I'm being totally honest, I find it quite annoying. I don't really like the way that he shrieks and dances around. I find it all a little bit too much.
You've just admitted that you don't watch my content, so how can you make a formed and informed opinion on my opinions on piercing play? The funny thing about it is she's mentioned a few times in this video shrieking and the way that I behave as a person, and like, again, I never attacked her as her characteristics or what she does as you know, as a person, but she's more than happy to engage in that kind of negative thing towards me.
They're hypocrites.
I've been very open on my channel about ADHD, neurodivergency, echolalia, and I'm actually going to be pursuing at some point in the future, quite soon, a potential autism diagnosis. Things have been matching up in my life. That makes sense. When you see me in my videos, that's generally how I am in real life. As you see, if you watch my videos for years, I've always been very loud, sort of obnoxious. My neurons in my brain are firing like this all the time. So sometimes when I see things, it just makes my body go, you must do this, you must do this. And if I don't do these things, it actually feels quite horrible to just like suppress it in myself. When I saw you with the birthday candles, I saw the birthday, my brain was just like, you must sing happy birthday, you must sing happy birthday, sing, which is why I did it 3 times in that time, because my neurons in my brain were just going sing, sing, sing. If we're going to start reaching and saying that I'm saying all this stuff about you, what you're doing now is ableism. I cannot help the way that my brain works, so sometimes I just have to stand up and just do these things. Trying to hold that back is so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable, and it only works for a few things. Then I get really drained trying to hold these sort of like, they're not tics, but they're like a compulsion to say and do things. I can't help the way that my brain works. So sometimes when I see things, I want to jump around, and hence why I film standing up, so I can actually like express myself more, because it's really difficult to hold this all in. So if you just sit there and be like, I hate the way he shrieks and jumps around, you're just being ableist. If we're going to start reaching the way you are, you're just being ableist. Like, and apparently you're neurodivergent yourself. So isn't it funny that you're just attacking the same community? Hypocrisy. I'm so sorry that me singing you happy birthday was so offensive and affront to you, even though the first time you saw it, you said that you loved it. So I just think it's just so ridiculous that you want to say this. I can't help when my neurons and my brain fire. I'm so deeply sorry to you that my way of my brain works is offensive and shrieking. You know, when I keep calling me shrieker and literally insulting the way that I behave, you're literally just a hypocrite.
Thank you very much for the tea.
I'm trying not to judge people too hard for watching it, but it's very hard when they bring it to my comments and try to encourage him to take yet more of my content to show it in an unsavoury light.
Again, I did not show your content in any unsavoury light. And as I said, I'm going to show this clip again. This is exactly what she also says about piercing play and SH.
Can piercings be self-harm? Yes. Both traditional piercings and play piercings could be a form of self-harm, but they are not automatically that.
We have the same opinion. I never automatically said that piercing play equals SH. What I find very interesting is so this whole video is about stop tagging me in the comments, but then she says this at the end.
Please do not tag Roly West in my comments. And actually, you're not going to be able to now because I have added Roly West, Roly and West to my comment filters. So those comments that you leave with Roly West tagged in it won't even appear.
So what was the point of this video? What was the point? Like, if you've just said that at the end, what was actually the point of this video? The point of this video purely was because you knew it would do well for views, because all the videos you've made about me have done well for views. You're doing it purely because you know you want more attention. Like, it's so obvious and blatant because this video is rendered pointless. You're saying to people at the very beginning, don't tag him, stop doing it. And at the end, oh, well, you can't do it anyway, lol. Like, because the first video she did about me when I last looked was like 500,000 views. If you truly didn't want me to see your content, you would have just like, why is now, even now, my account isn't blocked? Because if you block me, I cannot view what you were posting. And it's so funny that you want to claim that you didn't want my attention. But if we look, like, you mentioned my name multiple times in the video. This is a Roly West free zone. You may enjoy his shrieking, but some of us would rather not have his content used for these purposes. Hashtag Roly West. You're using a hashtag that links directly back to me. I search my hashtag a lot to find content because people tag me with it, people make videos about me that they want me to see. Like, I search that hashtag all the time. The fact that you have the audacity to pretend that you don't want my attention, yet not only have you made 7, 8, I don't know how many videos it is now about me reposting the same thing, you've also used my name multiple times in captions, in the video, in the description, which of course is telling the algorithm what it is. So of course, naturally it would just come up on my feed anyway. But the fact that you would then use a hashtag that links directly back to me shows that you clearly want me to see it. Like, you clearly want me to see this video.
Obviously.
Like, it is so transparent for anyone with a bit of critical thinking skills that you are clearly desperate for my attention again. I'm not trying to be a bitch. Every time she made a video about me, it's been successful. TikTok views are normally like this anyway, a bit volatile, up, down. I get that. And that happens. But like the first video, again, she made about me. And then she did the same video, just rehashing the same thing. And then did the exact same video. And then did another video where she was laughing about search results about my name, which had nothing to do with anything. You're just being a mean girl at that point. And then you did another video posting my video full length again, and then an edited version again. And now you're doing this. Like, you clearly want my attention.
Roly gets tagged in my comments a lot for obvious reasons, and to be honest, I'm surprised it's taken him this long to react to one of my videos.
When I've not said anything about you since then, and if you really didn't like people tagging me, you could have just muted my name 5 months ago. Anyone with a tiny bit of critical thinking skills can see through this. I don't care if you want to clout chase on my name. Live your life, girl. Get that coin. Do it. I genuinely do not care. But don't lie. Don't sit here and pretend it's like, oh, it's a Roly free. If it was really a Roly free zone, you wouldn't have made another video talking about me, knowing full well that I would actually see this video. You want the click clock. I'm so sick of people who are just so disingenuous. So I'm going to talk about what the comments and things that she said. Just because we're still on this video, I want to read some of the comments that are on this video. Now, bear in mind, I had to use the nicer ones. There were so many comments on this that I just couldn't put into a video because they were just so horrific. And again, I've been on YouTube now for 18 years. I've heard every name under the sun. But what I have an issue with is people believing what she's saying and just saying all this awful stuff about me based on lies. That is the real issue here. And again, normally I wouldn't care about any of this kind of drama, but the fact that I had enough attention that, like, you know, again, it was about 1 million views on these videos and all these, like, so there was actually some kind of like pushback, not pushback, but I was seeing some people saying some stuff that I don't normally see, which is why I'm addressing it now. But most of the comments on this I just couldn't even use because they were so horrific. This person, like, Haunted Toasty, what a lovely name. Legit can't stand Roly. He's a bellend. If people don't know bellend means, it basically is like a slightly more PC way of calling someone a dickhead. And they've liked it. This person has actually liked this comment. I think it's so funny. These people always take moral high ground, being like, I can't believe they'd say these things about me, but they're more than happy to engage in the exact same behavior that they're saying I'm doing.
Oh, I see.
I used to watch Roly all the time, but I know all about piercings. When he got tattoos, he became the same. It annoyed me a little. Again, where? Please, I want you to show me the proof of this happening. Please tell me how. What I'm saying now about piercings and tattoos is no different than what I said originally. I'm literally saying the exact same thing. I don't know why people say this kind of stuff. Again, she's liked it and she's replied to the tattoos he's getting are certainly a choice too. Kind of reminds me of one of those $4.99 cartoon character posters you get in HMV 15 years ago. Exactly. I never said anything mean or nasty about this woman, but she's more than happy to engage in insulting the way that I look, my life choices, liking comments insulting me. Like, how on earth can you sit here and talk about people's mental health and how it's so mean that he would say these kind of things, again, which I didn't do, but also engage in hateful conduct. Like, this might not be the most hateful thing you've said, but you're still insulting me and insulting the way that I look and my choices, when if I did that to you, you would have a fucking meltdown. I didn't critique your looks or your mannerisms or how you behave, unlike you who have attacked me. And again, I don't care if you want to say this shit about me, but don't pretend that you're any better. You are nothing more than a hypocrite. Roly knows nothing about piercings. I love how people say I don't know anything about piercing. I don't know why people say I don't know anything about piercings, because I obviously do. How many times do I have to tell you not to use piercing guns? Like, is that not piercing information? I say don't do multiple piercings, and like you should do more than like 3 in one go. Is that not piercing? Like, when people say I know nothing, well, I clearly do.
So there, take that.
And his audacity is beyond annoying. His acrylic jewelry says all. Am I wearing it? I don't think I'm wearing anything acrylic. This whole idea about acrylic jewelry isn't the best thing to wear, but it's not like this be all and end all of like awful things. If you're wearing it, yes, replace it after 6 months. Acting as if like acrylic jewelry is going to basically murder you is just like such an just an over-exaggerated outrage. I despise Roly. Well, I despise you too.
Die.
And this is what I mean. This is the kind of environment that you are creating for people to talk about me. Not once did you tell people not to be mean. You weren't deleting comments. This is happily promoted by you. I got 14 million views on a piercing vid. I delete every comment tagging Roly, yet you still follow me. If you hate me, why am I not just blocked? Why have you not blocked me? The best way for me not to see your content is to block me because I cannot see your stuff. Most of Roly's takes are legitimately insane. Why? Again, why? This is what I mean. All these people say this kind of stuff, but like, why? Why is what I'm saying insane? Why is me saying don't pierce yourself multiple times at home insane? Why is me saying don't tattoo swastikas on your face insane? Why is me saying maybe don't, you know, get piercing guns and pierce your lips? Like, what do you mean most of my takes are insane? I mean, what do you mean by that? How? This actually made me laugh. His reactions feel more like those early AI videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti. Oh my god, I love it. Do you know what? I love that one. Yeah, go for it, girl. I love the one. Avery, thank you. I love the one. Isn't it wacky thinking about how old some of these AI videos are? Like the way that some of these are just bonkers. These AI videos now are scary. Can we not go back to that, please? Can we just go back to the days where AI was just absolutely haunted and ludicrous? The fact that now we're at a stage where people are doing fake news reports and people are fully just like agreeing with it. Like, no. AI is a curse. I think at the beginning it was fine. Now it's a curse. Like, can we just go back to what it was before? I'd be more than happy to be known as the Will Smith eating spaghetti AI video. Wild that someone who looks like he does can be so mean about what piercings people choose to get. Again, this is like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Yes, if you get snake eye piercings, I will say that it's dangerous because it is a dangerous piercing. If you pierce yourself multiple times, like, please tell me what it is that I'm saying that's wrong. She's acting like someone's just gone, I've got a helix piercing and I've gone disgusting.
Should be killed.
Please tell, like, that doesn't happen. Like, please tell me what it is that, like, I'm doing that is apparently unacceptable. I can't stand Roly. I think the man is a fud. What the hell is a fud? Fud. I've never heard FUD. I've just typed in FUD and it says FUD most commonly refers to term fear, uncertainty and doubt, which is a propaganda tactic used to influence perceptions by spreading negative, dubious or false information. Well, if that doesn't literally just sum up the videos that we're watching, Jesus Christ.
Wow. Isn't there egg on my tits?
I used to watch Roly, but his videos feel like you were sitting at a mean girl table at school. I don't know, just weird vibes. All these people are more than happy to say this kind of stuff, but they're more than happy to engage with content calling me the worst names under the sun. I never hide my bluntness. I'm always very blunt. I'm very full on. Like, I never hide this kind of stuff, but these people try to act so, again, to quote Janice Ian again, like they try to act as if like they're any better. If you read through these comment sections and what you're engaging on here is dogpiling, you're more than happy to engage in it yourself, but apparently you want to call me a mean girl.
You're a bitch!
He thinks he knows everything about piercings and tattoos. Please tell me where I said that. I have never said that I claim to know everything. I think I've mentioned many times actually, I don't know the full situation about this, or I don't know the full, I actually say in my videos quite often that I don't know the ins and outs of very specific types of things. Piercers of the piercing community, would you ever pierce upwards through the nostril? When have I ever stated that I know everything about piercings and tattoos? I've literally never said that. This one's funny. Same guy that used to say he didn't like tattoos until he made enough money to get blasted with them, laughing face. When have I ever said that I didn't like tattoos? I've always liked tattoos. I've literally, when I was a teenager, I wanted to get tattoos. Like I wanted a barcode on my neck and cut lines on my ankle. Like they're dumb tattoos. Yes, I always wanted tattoos. Yes, I used to state when I didn't really have much money that when I start, like if I didn't want to get them because I was worried that once I started, I would get addicted to them, which is true. I never said that I didn't like tattoos. I also don't understand the logic of posting this. Aiden, you say that as if it's a bad thing anyway. Even if I used to say I didn't like tattoos, people can change their mind. Like it's such a weird comment to make because the video that you're commenting on is someone just lying and being mean about me. So you're commenting this, but like you're saying it as if it's like a bad thing. Can people not change their minds? It doesn't matter whether I said this or not. I don't remember saying this ever. But like, even if I did, and I've just forgotten, is it bad to change your mind about things? Yeah! I used to watch him when I was like 13, 14. Now I went back and watched that I'm 22 and I can't stand the videos anymore. He never used to scream and screech the way he does now. I don't know why people say this. I have always been incredibly expressive. Go back and watch my videos from 10 years ago. And I always have been very loud, obnoxious and shouting. I don't know why people say this. Like, what are you talking about? Anyone who's been here for a long time fully knows that I have always been loud and obnoxious.
Why would you say that? It doesn't make any sense.
This has absolutely been always the case. I've never hidden my obnoxiousness. I'm not going to stop who I am. As we talked about neurodivergency, ADHD, all that stuff, I'm not going to hide who I am. I've always been like this. So this idea that this person's going like, he never used to scream and screech the way he does. Yes, I did. If anything, I was actually worse when I was younger. What are you talking about? I'm going to hide this person's name, but this is speculation. I cannot say what this person's saying is true. This is merely an opinion, not fact, and I want to make that very clear so this person cannot claim that I'm lying about them. Someone commented on their video saying, I can't believe this. I used to love Roly so much. How can he do that to someone? And I replied, well, I didn't do anything to her. She's lying to you. I never said anything horrible about her. Again, which is true. And they've replied to me, to be honest, now you said that, I believe you because I've just remembered this person was caught out to being dishonest before. I can't prove this, but I just find this very interesting that someone else was going against me has now said this about her. Do with this information as you will. As I said, this is speculation. I cannot prove this. This is not fact. I'm not perpetuating a lie. I'm merely reading out what someone else has said, allegedly.
Scandalous.
Although one person did comment, can you do a Mickey Mouse impression? Yes, of course. Oh, well, no, that's not Mickey Mouse. Oh, what does Mickey Mouse sound like? Oh, sharks. Oh, Mickey Mouse. Oh, Minnie Mouse, kind of like yoga. Oh, silly. Don't say, don't be naughty. Oh, I can't do Mickey Mouse. I'm also like still getting over flu. I can't do it.
Why didn't somebody just shoot me in the head?
So this is one of the comments that she tried to use in one of her original videos that she made about me. Because again, she made so many videos about me because I actually lost count how many videos she made because she again, she's a bit obsessed. This is one of the comments that she showed in the video to be like, well, he liked this comment, therefore he must agree with it because he doesn't like all of his comments. You don't have to agree with what this comment said. I don't fully agree with what this comment said, but I liked it because people share their opinions on my channel. I like as many comments as I can on my channel. I cannot actually sit here and like every single comment on my channel. I get too many and I try to like and reply to as many as I possibly can. Some of them I just like, some of them I will reply to. It's not a validation necessarily what they're saying. It's just because I like to like my subscribers' comments. Unless they say something really hateful, I won't like it. So to be like, he liked this comment, therefore he says I was SHing, is so, the level of reaching that you're doing to be offended here is ludicrous. I never specified you or what you were doing because I didn't think what you were doing. You also exposed yourself within making this video because let's see what the top of this comment said. The comment is literally referring to something else that happened in the start of the video. This comment had nothing to do with you whatsoever because we were talking about scars in a different piercing play because in the video you were in, there were lots of different piercing plays. It wasn't just you, but you clearly just watched you and saw piercing play in the comments and just automatically assumed people are talking about you, even though this comment literally specifies something else that happens in the video. Oh God, what's happening then? Oh no, what? This is interesting though, we have never seen this ever. We've never seen someone document how it looks as it's healing. This is actually really fascinating to watch. That comment had absolutely nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you whatsoever. They were referring to something that happened at the start of the video. So you've just gone, oh, he's talking about me. That's what we call main character syndrome. We had nothing to do, we had nothing to do with you. So to go and show the video that I showed already, to be like, he was liking things that I was SHing, that never happened. Also, this isn't high school. The idea that we're like, he liked a comment, therefore he must like, I just like actually grow up, like actually grow up. Like, are you that juvenile? I don't, like, I like to comment, therefore it means that
Grow up.
when you're a creator, right, sometimes you don't always agree with what everyone's saying, but as long as someone isn't actually being a hateful it's fine. This person wasn't being a hateful guy. They were merely just sharing their opinion. You don't have to agree with it. As I said, I don't fully agree with it, but I liked their I didn't even reply to them. Like if I really wanted to have a big, deep discussion about it, I would have just replied to this person, but I didn't. I liked a comment because they were just sharing their opinion. They're allowed to share their opinion. This whole idea that we're like, well, that means he must. I'm sorry, you're reaching too hard. Like literally go and touch grass. Like go and rub your whole body in grass. Especially when I point out the fact that like this didn't even have anything to do with her. Like it was referring to something else that happened in the video because again, she clearly didn't watch the video that she's talking about. And there was another comment that she tried to show. It basically said the same thing, essentially what this first comment said, and then brung in like some addiction to it. And I was like, well, actually, yeah, because piercing and body modification can be an addiction. You can get addicted to that adrenaline, the endorphins when you get piercings. Like when you get tattoos and stuff, it really feels you like you get that, and especially when you see it afterwards, like a tattoo, you see that you get it and you get like a rush of endorphins, and that can be addictive. To say that body modification in itself can't be addictive is just factually incorrect. Like you can get quite addicted to the feeling of piercings and tattooing body modification. I merely replied to this person saying, yes, I've always wondered this and where the limit is, because of course there is always a limit. Some people will do it unhealthily and some people will go too far, which again, never talked about this girl, like in any way, shape or form. It wasn't about her. This person was merely just saying their opinion on it. And I said, yeah, I've wondered about this and where the limit is. I was not talking about her. We were not talking about her because she had not. This is what I mean. It's this level of just like, I've connected the dots in my mind to make sense so I can make a video about you. Like, she clearly just doesn't like me. The fact that she's gone to this level to do all of this just shows she just didn't like me. She didn't watch my content before. She says I'm a shrieker. Again, fine, you know, do what you want. I really don't care. This connection that this girl is using to cancel me, to be like, it's wild. It's wild. I never ever specified or said what she was doing was SH. Those words, those comments never came out of my mouth. It's just insane to me that people think they just come on the internet and just say shit like this about someone to try to get them like hate reviewed and hate bombed, all this stuff, and just lie. I said it many times. If you've watched me for a while, I obviously don't give a shit. If people want to hate me, whatever. Like, again, this isn't my first rodeo, girl. Like, I've had the Unus Anus fans come after me before, and that was multi-million, like millions of people. So like, I get that. I'm not new to this. But again, it's the fact that it's just the connecting dots to try to make something seem like it completely wasn't. And again, this most recent video I showed at the very beginning where she's like, stop tagging Roly. You've used my name multiple times. You've hashtagged me. You've put my name in the description. My account's not blocked. It's taken you 5 months to block my name. If it really bothered you, you would have done it ages ago. Like, it's because you want engagement. This is all this is about. Because again, that video was completely rendered useless. Because if the people that are tagging me in your comments or whatever aren't your people aren't doing that. It's going to be people who might know me or see me or whatever and do it. Like, so you're not having to tell your own people to stop doing it. If people were to tag me, you wouldn't have seen it. So this video was rendered pointless. Like, this video was purely made for drama. The most recent one, she showed it without showing any context, and the video that she chose to show was me singing a happy birthday. So that's what, like, if you're going to show someone in your video to prove your point, you're going to show them in the most horrific light possible. So to show the worst part of my video is me singing you happy birthday,
I'm offended.
oh yes, so offensive. At one of her videos, she said that I called her deranged. I called myself deranged. After I sung happy birthday and did all my thing that I normally do, I said I was deranged. And she was like, well, I've been called worse things. I wasn't calling you deranged. I was calling myself deranged. To me, happy birthday to me.
He's absolutely bonkers.
Oh, God. Deranged. These people are so insane. Like, these people are just bonkers. Like, what can we, this complex that people have to really feel like they're a huge victim of this like scandal. I just don't understand like what we're doing here. Like, what are we doing? She's reposted that candle video so many times, and like other videos that have gone viral. Like, she had the one where she got pinned needles in her back with that wings in and stuff. She's reposted it over and over and over and over and over again, obviously trying to ride that wave of like the original virality and then talking about some things afterwards over them. And it's just like, well, you clearly want people to watch this.
And to be honest, I'm surprised it's taken him this long to react to one of my videos.
Me saying what I've said about you, I haven't said anything, but me doing a reaction to you, it isn't this new thing. So many your content basically relies on people talking about you and you responding to comments of people saying things about you. And again, I want to reiterate over and over again that I never once insulted her, was rude, said she was SHing, alluded to the fact that she was SHing. None of this happened. And to the best of my knowledge, I have never, ever said piercing play is SH. Like, just outright. I've never said that because I don't believe that. I vividly remember there was like a biohazard sign that they've done like needles and they made it look like a biohazard sign. I even remember saying in that video that I really, really love it and I think it's really cool. I said it's not for me, but I think it's actually quite impressive how they made that shape. I've stated many times that I thought some piercing play has been pretty and fun. I also like say that about corset piercings. I say it can look cool for a good video just as long as you take it out afterwards. I've never just categorically said that piercing play is SH. Again, the narrative that she's trying to create here with her like 10th video, but she's made so many videos about this situation. Like, to anyone with a brain, it's so transparent what's happening here. But of course, her followers who might not know who I am or like even just have a slight opinion of me are just gonna see this, and just this video has really created this narrative that I sat there and just went, she's SHing, this candle girl is SHing, which again, never happened. But some of the responses in there that I haven't used was like, oh, I can't believe he would say that about you. That's so shocking. It's like, I didn't say that about her. Like, it's a lie. This has been a complete manipulation. She's manipulating you into thinking that something happened that didn't, because she clearly doesn't like me. This is why I say, I swear some of this could fall under defamation, you know? If this whole situation was so upsetting to you and triggering, why have you then made a video where you just laughed about search results of my name?
Piercings that are a little bit too extreme for me. Part 8. I don't know about you, but I can't stand it when people chew with their mouths open.
I agree.
Watching the chomped up food just rolling around in there really puts me off my meal. This is generally remedied by just closing your mouth.
Now, what she said, yeah, isn't as blunt as what I would say. Is that really a nice description of what someone's chose to do to themselves? Talk about how gross it is that they've gonna have chewed up food just like pouring out of their mouth. Is that a nice way to talk about someone? I think what you're doing is exactly the same kind of content as what I'm doing. That is literally the same content as what I'm doing. You're showing, describing what this man has. To me personally, I feel like that's basically the same as what I do. You could have been, today we're gonna talk about cheek stretchers or lip stretchers, and these are the risks, but you didn't. You made a derogative comment. You think it's gross. So all in all, this is kind of all we're really talking about. I just find these kind of people very interesting. The fact that they would openly admit to not watch my content, but then be happy to make very blanket statements about my content. Clearly, all she watched was that little tiny segment of the video, not even the whole video. To then just like insult me multiple times, which again, I never insulted her. I never said anything negative about her. I made a joke about being a birthday cake. And then she just goes on a 7-video tirade about how awful I am. I'm awful. I'm terrible for the piercing community, saying that everyone hates me. I want to be very clear. I actually don't care what people say about me. I'm not new to this. I've been on the internet for 18 years. Like, I've heard much worse. My issue is with the hypocrisy and the lying. Say whatever you want. Say I should kill myself. Call me myself. I really do not care. But it's the lying here. Because again, if you actually watch my content and listen to things that I say, you'll know very quickly that yes, I'm not a fan of piercing play, but I've never said that all piercing play is SH or alluded that all piercing play is SH. That's never happened because I don't believe that. I do not believe that. And I also did not believe what she was doing in this video was SH. And as I said about that original comment, the comment that I first liked, it wasn't anything to do with that, was literally discussing something else that happened in the video that was gory and bloody with scabs and scars. And she took that comment and said, he's talking about me. No one was talking about you. And I just liked the comment. I didn't even like reply. I just liked the comment. And all of a sudden that means I think SH is piercing play. Like the fact that you've leapt to that level of like exaggeration is ludicolo. Do not seek out this person. Do not send them hate. I'm merely doing this because they've had enough attention that I'm finding some kind of like consequence of it. And I do not like someone coming on the internet and defaming me. You do not get to lie about me on the internet. Say what you want about me. Insult me, call me every name under the sun. I actually quite love it. But you're not gonna lie about me and make people believe this lie about me and change their opinion of me when I've not done what you've said. Well, guys, we are well and truly aboard that trigger train today. Choo-choo, we are speeding down the runway, we are crashing off the cliff, and we are plunging to our deaths. Bye! Oh, I'm back to Jesus Christ. Oh, squat for Jesus. Jesus loved a good peach. Oh, Jesus loved to get roared on the last time. Oh, I'm sorry, was that too shrieky for you? Thank you so much for joining me today. This has been a lot. It's been entertaining, but also triggered, girls. Anyway, thanks for watching me today. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me attention, because unlike the other person, I admit, give me attention. I like attention. This is what we do. TikTokers love attention. YouTubers love attention. But unlike some of these people, I can actually admit it. Watch me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up.
Hello, so future Roly here. Now, in the confusion, so I actually filmed this video over 2 days because I was a bit sick the first day and my voice was starting to go out, so I ended up filming the second, like another part of it later. But in that confusion, I first of all stupidly forgot to wear my necklace, but I also forgot to do a stupid outro. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Yes, a massive lovely shout out to my gorgeous Patreons who you can see on the screen here. Thank you for being a Patreon. Oh, by the way, I also want to say that video that I reacted to, like the main video in this, actually has like tripled the amount of views it did the first time here. Just going to prove the fact that like this was probably a needed video because it really has slandered my name. But an extra special shout out to my top tier Patreons: Lonely Assassin 96, AJ Padilla, Shadow, Andrew Lexa, Samuel, Lovely Caitlin, Leon P, Keen Jellybean, Purple Eyed Fox, Eva Netniage, Join the Navy, Demon Bunny, Blue Gem, TNS Mum, Adam Brett Batch, They Call Me Doc, Benjamin Baker, Aya, Steph Utek, Elisa Marie, Shell Herman, Gothic Undone, Hate Stab Ghost, Athena Falling Angel Barrington, Radika Madala, Tadeo Anaya, Adam Flelminster, Kaz, Kimmy H, Rishi, Sushi Fox, Cassie H, oh, Kimmy H and Cassie H, Erin Grace, Chloe Louise, and Robin Scott Barmer. Thank you for being my top tier Patreons. You guys are delicious wishy. Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch that say that you can't be your ass up because you are flawless.